Hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome to tonight's special edition. Well, we've all been, hearing on health, on various topics on this Nutrilite Live 360 platform that we have, the community that we have. We've been learning a lot of things. But did you know that, what is the role of, all of these lifestyle diseases that we hear about, diabetes, cholesterol, or even now, in fact, a lot of folks coming back to us, stating that their liver health is not great, having grade 1, grade 2, things that we had never really heard of earlier, right? And through our health journey, we also understood that the gut plays a very important role. Morning nutrition plays a very important role. But did you know that liver and pancreas are probably the most important organs to be that we need to be aware of and being taken care of? I didn't know that. But I think we are very, very fortunate that we have a very, very esteemed and renowned health expert, plus, of course, international sports person, an ex-naval officer, amongst us. And we are fortunate that he would be actually walking through us and explaining to us the importance, how liver and, pancreas can play an important role in our holistic health. We are not targeting one or two, lifestyle diseases, but overall, and how organ health plays an important role. So yes, let me officially introduce you all to our speaker. Farooq Tarapur is an naval officer, but he is very, very well known internationally as a double world champion in the sport of yachting. He has represented India in 3 Olympics, having a very, very successful and active sporting career of 40 years. I don't know anyone, and I'm sure none of us know anyone else who has been actively, participating, representing, and winning many, many medals for 40 years. Yes, and hence there is no other better person. In fact, he has been helping thousands of us, reverse our, or rather take control of our health, reverse our lifestyle diseases, and I think take the right options ahead. So without too much time, in fact, before I hand over to Farooq, just a small thing that Farooq will, of course, go through his topic, but we have a chance to ask questions at the end. So hold your horses, write down the questions, and we can then, raise hands, or you can type out the questions in the chat box. Without further ado, help me invite Farooq sir to take the session ahead. Over to you, Farooq.
Thank you, Veda. And good evening, everyone, and welcome to this exciting Friday session. I hope you all had your dinner early, because this is something that we've been saying over and over again. I know that all of you on this platform would not have had your dinner even now. All right, but it doesn't matter. I strongly believe that repetition is the mother of all teaching. So I will keep repeating. I will keep doing my part. And I hope that some of you will play your part. And basically, these sessions are there to not only improve your health, but to help your friends and family improve their health, and help us in achieving our vision to make every house less dependent on medication and as much as possible medicine-free, by adopting some basic lifestyle changes, understanding good, healthy practices, implementing them, and believing that you can do it. That is the whole purpose of this community. What we have noticed, that if you are a part of a healthy community and you are aware of healthy choices, it is likely, okay, it is likely that you will follow some parts of the healthy program. If you are aware of the healthy choices, even when you're making bad choices, you will tend to limit them. Like I've been noticing nowadays that the food plates are getting better on the group, and people sending me private messages that I went to this party and I did not eat the full plate of ice cream. I just had a little scoop of it, and it sort of gives me real pleasure to see those kind of, because it is, a healthy, good holistic health is not like a one-time thing. Yeah, it is basically a change in your mindset, and if your mindset changes, you have a chance. If your thinking doesn't change, nothing changes. So the whole goal of this community is to help you, think differently, think positively, think about your health, think what you're putting in your mouth, think when you're putting it in the mouth, think why you're putting it in the mouth, think what effect it will have on your health, what effect it will have on your organs. Will your organs be happy? Your digestive organs, will they be happy by doing that? And we all know, that basically good health is all about giving the body the right amount of nutrition and the right amount of exercise, not too much and not too little. And you will have found the safest way to health. Now, I again repeat this again and again, because many people just think, okay, yeah, I want to make some, get onto good health. Give me a good diet. There's news for you. Diets don't work. The reason why diets don't work is there is a basic science behind it. That when you get onto a diet, your brain gets wired into thinking that I've got to eat this for you're already telling your subconscious mind that I want to eat this for a little period of time because I'm on a diet now. And hence it doesn't work, because you have only made a temporary change and the body just reverses back to what it is used to doing earlier if your lifestyle and your thinking doesn't change, right? So the important questions are that what to eat, when to eat, okay, how to improve gut health, importance of morning nutrition. Now, when I say what to eat, I really encourage you, I know that all of you are not going to do it, but a few on this group might do it. And that will give me immense pleasure. After this session is over, take a little box, walk into your kitchen, okay, and start questioning the food that is there in your kitchen. Okay, I've noticed that you can be as disciplined as you want. If you have chocolates in your fridge, you will eat them. If you have biscuits in your kitchen, you will feel hungry even when you're not hungry. Okay. And when you look at that food around you, all right, it will unnecessarily tempt you. So a simple solution, uh, I'm into this sport called sailing. It's a very complex sport. So it has really taught us how to think in a very simple fashion, because we take, this complex sport and take small parts of it, and simplify it. And when you simplify the small parts, the entire complex structure starts to fall in place. So simple things, okay? Simple things are easy to do. Simple things are also easy not to do. So please take a little box, okay? Walk into your kitchen and start questioning, are these biscuits good for you? Put it in the box. Are these chocolates good for you? Put it in the box. Are these processed foods, good for you? Are these super, refined foods, super refined foods, are they good for you? Are you using tomato sauce or tomato ketchup instead of fresh tomatoes? Okay, it's very easy and so convenient to use, tomato sauce. But is it healthy? Ask yourself a question. Okay, learn to read the the labels. Okay, when you read the labels, you really come to know what you're putting inside your body. And it can be super. I mean, seriously, when one day, if there are no tomatoes and you put a little bit of tomato sauce in it and prepare your food, is it going to really kill you? Certainly not. But that habit is what is going to kill you. Okay, because if you can do it once, you can do it twice. If you can do it twice, you can do it for the week. If you can do it for the week, you can do it for the month, and then you can do it for a year, and then you can do it for decades. Okay, many times when people come to me about weight challenges and all, I give them this simple formula that it is quite normal to notice that people, from when they're from between 30 and 40, they tend to increase at an average 10 kilos. Okay. Now, they have not really gained 10 kilos. Okay. If you do the maths, it just comes to 3 grams a day. Imagine, it's so little. That means if you had either eaten a little bit less, and let's say you ate the 3 grams in the entire bad fat, okay, which gives you 1 gram of fat will give you 9 calories. So if you had either eaten a little less, or if you had done a little bit of exercise, okay, and burned off 27 calories, you would not have put on 10 kilos. And time just flies by, you don't even realize how quickly time just passes by. And then all of a sudden you sort of start thinking, hey, what happened? Right. And that is what, needs to change here. That when your mindset changes, these are things to start changing. We are talking about when to eat. It is so critical to finish your dinner by 6:37. Once Anita and I, we made a decision that, this is eating this late is not good for us. No, we not finding it a problem at all. Sometimes we even have our dinner at 6 o'clock. We have to go out in the evening, have our dinner, and then go out. Okay, it feels so much better. You feel so much more energetic. You don't feel starved, over there, so that then you can eat all the rubbish that is available in the stalls. So it sort of really prevents you from taking the wrong track. And as I keep mentioning again and again, the worst thing you can do for your health is, have a late night dinner or have a late night snack and then go to sleep. Yeah. Please, guys, if any of you on this platform are listening to me, if there's one change that you want to really make, just make this one change, and you will notice that there'll be a huge, huge difference here. Now, we are talking a lot about gut health. And why are we talking so much about gut health? Is because after doing a lot of research, every day we are learning more and more that gut health is responsible for some unbelievable problems and health challenges that this generation is facing today. Okay, it's very easy to create an imbalance, okay, in your whole system. Your good bacteria come down and your bad bacteria keep going up. And the good news over here is that it takes a very little time to start, getting the balance right. And as you start getting the balance right, you start seeing that all of a sudden, little challenges that you were facing seem to go away. But what shocked me is that recent research has now indicated that even diseases like Parkinson, okay, which were originally thought to be brain related, okay, are actually now they are questioning that whole thought process, and they're thinking that it is all, it all starts from the gut decades before Parkinson, dementia, or Alzheimer's. These are the 3 lifestyle challenges which most of us earlier, a quarter of a century ago, believed that they were all stemming from the brain. But it is not the brain that was the problem. It was the gut that was the problem. It was the gut that, corrupted the brain, which resulted in this problem. So if you just keep improving your gut health, okay, if you just know, by taking the right protein, by taking the right fiber, Fiber is again another such an unbelievably important, nutrient that you need to put into your body. That if there is an imbalance between the fiber that you really need and the fiber that you are consuming through your food or through a supplement, then you will get yourself into gut problems. And the way to tell whether your gut is good or not is just, when you look at your morning stool, and you can straight away tell whether, today my gut's good or my gut's bad. Yeah. All right. And the more fiberish the stool is, the more it's floating around, the better off, is your health. And another very important factor, for good health is your morning nutrition. You need to respect that, give enough amount of protein and fiber, and a little bit of carbs, and make sure that your entire 50% of the calories that you want to consume are coming from your morning nutrition. Because again, if you don't do that, you're getting your body, behind the game. Now, it is extremely important to understand foundations of good health, okay? Because aging is a natural process, but aging healthy is a matter of choice, okay? Good health is not built in a day. It's not built in a week or a month or a year. It is a continuous process of adopting healthy practices, which gives your body a higher probability to live a stronger, energetic, and healthier life with minimum support from medication. Okay. Now, I've been using this word medication. Don't get me wrong. Doctors are trained to treat, problems, to treat challenges. Okay, by all means. But if you are getting onto something like a lifestyle medication, then think twice. That is there a possibility of another alternative that I can take? All right. Or even try and do both in a little bit of the right balance. And then when you start feeling confident that your body is improving, okay, you can sort of start monitoring yourself and start feeling that how your body is doing. Your body has got a complete, repair kit. And if the body is not able to repair itself on its own, then you are in some serious problems. And I strongly urge you to start feeling your body. Okay, you just got a simple headache, don't jump onto it and start taking some, painkillers to relieve it. Go for a run. Okay, drink some water, do some exercises. You'll find that your headache will go. Okay. Are you living to eat? Okay. Or are you eating to live is an important question. If you don't eat your food like medicine, you will be eating medicine like food, and then it won't be very pleasant. All right. So since today, the topic is all about glucose and liver, all right, I've just created a little foundation, and I'm going to, talk a little bit about the liver and the pancreas soon. But if you have any questions, okay, this session is more for, answering questions rather than me talking. But since the topic is dedicated to glucose controls, okay, let's see how you can really benefit from this session. Most people say that diabetes runs in my family. You get diabetes because nobody in your family runs. All right. Sedentary lifestyle is one of the easiest way to become pre-diabetic or diabetic. Okay. We all know that in addition to sedentary lifestyle, eating junk food, like some people go to gyms and all, and then they're eating a pizza and they're eating a burger, they're eating it at the wrong time. Okay. What do you think is going to happen? That's going to make the gut balance go for a 6. And then ultimately it's going to start impacting the liver, it's going to start impacting the pancreas. Okay. And eating this different food at different timings, okay, has a big, science behind it. Just imagine, okay, that if you were to eat 3 healthy meals in a day, okay, so if your pancreas are healthy, okay, they will secrete the right amount of insulin, and the sugar will transform from the, go from the blood into the cell where insulin is required for the, sugar to get stored over there so that you can use that fuel for energy later on. Now, just imagine that instead of 3 meals, you are snacking a little bit here and there, so that becomes a 4th meal, you little bit between morning and lunch, little bit between lunch and dinner, little bit between dinner and say you make it 6 times. What do you think is happening? You're making your pancreas work double. That means take a lifestyle of a 30-year-old who's followed good healthy practices, had only breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and take a lifestyle of another 30-year-old, okay, who had breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, snack. Now, his pancreas, he may be 30 years old, but his pancreas are now 60 years old because they have done double the work over here. They have been secreting insulin on demand. What do you think is going to happen? Sometime the pancreas are going to say, hey, I had enough of your nonsense. Okay, I'm on strike now. Okay, I'm not going to secrete insulin anymore. Now you can get your insulin from the outside. Get an insulin shot. So understand that why we are saying that snacking, and that is the main difference between what we are talking on this community and intermittent fasting. Because intermittent fasting says that you don't eat in a certain period and in the rest of the window you keep eating. We are saying exactly the same thing. The only difference is that in the window that you're eating, restrict it to breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Don't keep eating in between. This is the main reason. I hope you understood what I got to say over here, because this can really impact your health dramatically. Okay, we all know that in addition to sedentary lifestyle, eating junk food, eating simple carbs, eating processed food, eating refined food, eating super refined food, eating junk food are all recipes for a disaster waiting to happen. You must understand that every individual is different and every individual has a different ability to cope with the wrong choices. Why is it that some people can just eat that pizza and nothing really happens to them? And the other guys, their pancreas and all start to complain? Because we are all different. Okay, different people react to different. That is why some people, when they eat nuts, they get allergy. Some people don't. Some people get good nutrition from those nuts. So you need to understand your body and understand how much of, junk you can really put in and accordingly balance it out. I'm not saying that become, so serious about it that like oh, no, this is. Learn to read your body correctly. Okay. If your body is able to take it, it's okay. First of all, nothing bad is really okay, but it is okay in moderation depending upon your own body, because each one of us are different. Each one of us react differently to different, even bad foods that we eat. And that is why this is very important to understand that where do you draw the line? If you just come, to a session and say, okay, here, this is the line, that's not really correct, because everyone's different. And you need to figure out, where that real line is for yourself. Why is someone allergic to some foods? And for someone, it is not a big issue. That is why when we are talking about diabetes, it is important to understand the success principle. That whatever you measure or monitor has a chance to improve. Let us use technology to our advantage. If you are diabetic or pre-diabetic, it is important to put a patch and monitor live data, which gives you live sugar readings. Now, even if you did this, trust me, we have done this with many people. And even if you did this, not for a prolonged period of time, but even for 5 days, and was seriously monitoring your sugar levels, you will figure out everything, trust me. What did you eat? What food you ate caused the spike. When you were eating caused the spike. How much is stress? Okay, stress is another big factor, is creating a spike. How is exercise bringing the spike down? How is hydration bringing the spike in control? And once you know what is causing the spike, it'll be easy to find personalized solutions for yourself, okay, for all your problems. Because if you don't know what the real problem is, how can you find a solution? So let us understand the principles behind diabetes. Let's start with the liver. The liver plays a central role in all metabolic process in the body. Since today we have dedicated this topic to diabetes, we will restrict the role of liver in the metabolism of carbohydrates. Okay, in the metabolism of carbohydrates, the liver helps to ensure that the level of sugar in your blood stays constant. If your blood sugar level increases, for example, after a meal, the liver removes sugar from blood supplied by the portal vein and stores it in the form of glycogen. Okay, this is very important to understand. If someone's blood sugar levels are too low, the liver breaks down glycogen and releases sugar into the blood. As well as sugar, the liver also stores vitamins and minerals, iron and copper, and releases them into the blood when needed. Along with pancreas, liver too plays an important role in diabetes control. Hence, it is extremely important to keep your liver healthy. Okay, there is a herb called milk thistle, which looks after your liver health. Supplement your diet with 1 or 2 milk thistle tap supplements, depending upon the level, at which your liver is, and your liver health will be in great shape. Okay, don't take the supplement lightly. This is a very, very critical supplement. It's also not very expensive, and you can really look after your liver health, okay, keep the liver in a good, healthy state for a very long time. Now, your pancreas play a big role in digestion. It is located inside your abdomen, just behind your stomach. It is about the size of your hand. During digestion, your pancreas makes pancreatic juices called enzymes. These enzymes break down sugars, fats, and starch. Your pancreas also helps your digestive system by making hormones. Now, these are chemical messengers that travel through your blood. Pancreatic hormones help regulate your blood sugar level and appetite, stimulate stomach acids, and tell your stomach when to empty. Now, let us deep dive into pancreas enzyme. All right. Your pancreas creates natural juices called pancreatic enzymes to break down foods. These juices travel through your pancreas via duct. They empty into your upper part of your small intestine called duodenum. Each day, your pancreas make about 8 ounces of digestive juices filled with enzymes. Okay, these enzymes are called lipase, protease, and amylase. Okay, now lipase. This enzyme works together with bile, which your liver produces to break down fat in your diet. So if you don't have enough lipase, your body will have trouble absorbing fat and the important fat solution, vitamin A, D, E, and K. Symptoms of poor fat absorption include diarrhea and fatty bowel movements. Now let's see the other enzyme, protease. This enzyme breaks down proteins in your diet. It also helps protect you from germs that may live in your intestine, like certain bacteria and yeast. Undigested proteins can cause allergic reaction in some people. And the third one is amylase. This enzyme helps break down starches into sugar, which your body can use for energy. If you don't have enough amylase, you may get diarrhea from undigested carbohydrates. Now, let's see what the pancreatic hormones are. Many groups of cells produce hormones inside your pancreas unlike enzymes, they are released into your digestive system. Hormones are released into your blood and carry messages to other parts of your digestive system. Now, pancreatic hormones include insulin. This hormone is made in cells of the pancreas known as beta cells. Beta cells make up about 75% of your pancreatic hormone cells. Now, insulin is the hormone that helps your body use sugar for energy, like I just explained earlier. Okay, without enough insulin, your sugar levels will rise in the blood and you develop diabetes. And that is why I keep saying again and again that look after your pancreas, be friends with your pancreas. Don't let your pancreas one day tell you, enough, I'm on strike now. Okay, don't let that happen. Okay, the other hormones, pancreatic hormones are glucagon. Okay, alpha cells make up about 20%. So 75% beta cells, make up the insulin, and about alpha cells make about 20% of in your pancreas that produces hormone. Now, if your blood sugar is too low, glucagon helps raise it by sending a message to your liver to release stored sugar. Okay, and the last one is gastrin and amylin. Gastrin is primarily made in the G cells in your stomach, but some are made in the pancreas too. It stimulates your stomach to make gastric acid. Amylin is made in beta cells and hence controls appetite and stomach emptying. Yeah. Now, when something goes wrong, okay, with this stuff, what do you think happens? Okay, you get diabetes, you get into prediabetes, you got pancreatitis, and you can get even cancer. So don't you think that it is very important that you give the pancreas and your liver its due respect? So you start from your gut balance, okay, so that the liver and the pancreas are happy. If they are happy, you don't overload them, then they are happy to serve you for a longer period of time till you live. And everyone's happy. The idea is to make peace with your organs. Because when you make peace with your organs, okay, you are automatically having holistic health. Yeah. Nature has created an amazing human being where we see that so many functions happen simultaneously in harmony. Okay, do not take it for granted. Just because medical science, with the present technology, can provide support. Okay, I'm pretty sure soon there'll be it's already there actually, there'll be a bag that you can carry and there'll be a pump and the pump will keep releasing. Okay, I mean, seriously, do you want to really live like that? Okay, advance in medical science is a double-edged sword. Okay, while it is capable of doing unbelievable things, it is also capable of keeping a person alive with no quality of life. That is the main message in this community. Let's live healthy so that your quality of life, you start understanding the difference between health span and lifespan. Yeah. Okay, medical science has the capability of improving lifespan, but it is not necessarily capable of improving health span. Okay, so next time when your brain and tongue are having a dialogue, let the brain win by making a healthier choice. Okay, it's very easy to fall for temptation. It just takes 21 days, okay, to form a good habit. And that is why we insist that you share your plate so that you can receive the right guidance. It's for nobody else's benefit. It is for your own benefit. Okay. Plus, it will also put a little pressure on you. Okay. And I am a firm believer, little pressure is good. Nobody ever achieved anything great without pressure. Many people, even in our sport, they keep telling, there's too much pressure. I say, yeah, show me one guy who's won a gold medal without pressure. Yeah. All right. Pressure is all part of life. Pressure is good. And why is it that some sports people, just crack under pressure? Why some sports people thrive under pressure? I used to love pressure because pressure used to make me things that I would not otherwise do. And I started enjoying it. It's all about enjoying the pressure. Okay. And when you enjoy the pressure, you start making good decisions during pressure moments. Yeah. And that can really help you improve your life. You can do it and help us grow this community where we can keep sharing healthier choices so that you can preserve the amazing body God has gifted you. Let us together get excited about this community and take it to every house in the country. Educate people on preventive medicine and help everyone make healthier choices by participating in a community and remain connected to a healthy lifestyle. Thank you. Over to you, Veda.
Thank you so much, Farooq. A lot of notes I've been taking. I don't know, everyone, how many pages you have filled. Some of it was a little complex, but as I always say, नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, तो it's better to do the right thing and stay on the correct side rather than go on the wrong side and then, start understanding bhai hua kya gadbad, right? So thanks so much, Farooq, for explaining this complex subject with practical inputs of, what we should be doing. Well, friends, if you have any questions, you can raise your hands or even type out the questions in the chat box. Farooq, while we'll wait for some questions, I usually get this question, especially on liver health, right? If nothing is wrong with me, or rather, how do we understand if my liver, or we need to supplement? Like you mentioned, milk thistle as one of the herbs that is good for liver health.
Yeah,
How do I know whether we should
when I
have it
was
or not?
when I was doing some research on this herb called milk thistle, and what I found was that while they were developing this herb, uh, there was this racing horse which became sick due to liver problems, and since this guy was already in the scientist was already developing this herb at that time, he says, why not try it on this horse? Okay. And he just calculated that, okay, the horse weighs about 700 kilos, average person weighs about 70 kilos, so let's give him 10 times what a man needs. And you won't believe it, the lab, when they took the blood reading the next week, they actually asked them, is it from the same horse? The horse became, absolutely fine. And it was like, sprinting and won many races after that. So when I sort of got into this research, I started thinking that should I be, waiting to take a chance about it? Or should I just start supplementing it and, like, it's like giving the liver some tonic, and say, hey, I'm taking care of you, so you please take care of me.
Yeah, perfect. I think just recently I had this experience where,
According to me, everybody should be taking at least one milk thistle a day. Okay. And if you got the slightest challenge, definitely two.
okay, perfect. That helps because I was just saying that just recently my dog actually had eaten chocolate, and the first thing the vet told me to is to take care of his liver. And that's not even anything else but the liver. So yeah, that's how important. Of course, I always knew because of your inputs, Farooq. Thanks for that again. Another question. If anyone has a question, again, just reminding, you can always raise your hands or type out or unmute yourselves. Yeah. So a little diversion from probably diabetes, but when you have, say, some of you talked about protease or something, indication that the protein levels, the C-reactive protein is higher, in the liver tests and all. What does that mean? And how can our diet or lifestyle change actually help in reversing that?
See,
Or correcting?
basically, most of the problems in the body start with inflammation. Okay. And we have this amazing supplement called, Neutralite Salmon Omega-3. And where most people go wrong in understanding this supplement and how it is to be taken is that they generally take one or two, and in one or two, nothing really happens. Okay. I have a rule of the thumb that whenever in doubt, of any form of inflammation in your body, 6 is a good number to sort a problem out. You take 6 for a couple of weeks, and you will find that your inflammation is tremendously under control, as compared to just putting in some allopathy drugs, which may have some other kind of side effects at that time. So it's all about telling you that there's a problem in your body, and please do something about it.
Okay. Okay, that helps. And I guess there are no further questions. Oh, okay. We just have 2 questions on the chat. Let me read out. So first is from Geeta. How many tablets of milk thistle we should have in a day?
Yeah, I just mentioned that as a maintenance dose, at least 1. And if you have the slightest challenge, then definitely 2.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Farooq. We have a question from Roshan Ganatra. How can we reverse fatty liver? What are the most important measures?
Yeah, I mean, if you heard what I said on the session, that will all help you reverse that quite comfortably, right? So basically, look after your gut health, look after your, about your circadian rhythm, eat your dinner before, have 3 meals in the day, don't have snacks, don't snack, don't have junk food, don't have processed food, don't have all that stuff. That will all help recover your liver very quickly. Yeah.
Thanks, Farooq. And I'm sure if you're there in the group, everyone share the plates. That's the easiest answer. When you share the plates, share what you're doing every day, you will get the guidance. Farooq trust me, I used to think when I was part of the program कि भाई कोई मेरा देख रहा है कि नहीं देख रहा है. Farooq is looking at every message. Farooq, Anaita, Raj, Anu, all of them are there. We are looking at every message, and you will get the right inputs. Ask questions, be on the group, and share, because I'm just sitting there and we think that, okay, we know everything, we are doing the right thing. But even a person who has been around understanding nutrition, or rather has done a degree on, nutrition, will probably be not eating the balanced plate, or, not at the right time. So keep sharing, and that's the best way, because when you share, you are conscious, you're monitoring yourself. There is small example of how you can actually report as well. Please report, because when you report, you will monitor, you will measure. When you monitor and measure, that's when you understand how your body is reacting to what you have eaten, how you have exercised, and what time you have eaten the previous day. So that's it from us. Since there are no more questions, Farooq, once again, a big thanks from all of us. We are privileged and really grateful for having you. Give us your time and your inputs and your all your guidance. So, folks, get more people connected on the community. Our whole aim is to help in every house getting healthier, har ghar tandurust, har ghar medicine free. Take care. Have a good weekend. Don't binge. Don't divert on your whole healthy practices. And we will see you again Monday night, 9 p.m., with the next topic for the Jan 25 batch. That's it from us. Good night.